Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have a celebrity story outside of the Bachelor world. It's actually a pretty big story. It's finally hit the critical mass where we're going to discuss it here. Sophie Turner sues Joe Jonas, demands kids be returned to England after being wrongfully detained amid split. The couple tied the knot after 3 years of dating in 2019. So this is a PR case study of what not to do. Not on Sophie's end, but just the idea that there were sources that came out that were pro-Joe Jonas, and then sources came out that were pro-Sophie Turner. The pro-Joe Jonas sources were saying, hey, the kids are on tour with Joe Jonas. He's raising them while she's off in England, when in fact she was filming something, and it's a little more complicated than that. It looks like we've got a case of a strong-willed mom here with a lot of equity, and she's fighting back, and we love to see that. So not looking good whatsoever. After the initial he said, she said of their divorce and everyone having all these thoughts about it, here's what Joe Jonas said during a LA concert. Have a listen.
Crazy week.
All right, so he said it's been a crazy week. Now he's waiting for the applause. All right. Get to it. Oh my gosh.
I just want to say, look, if you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it, okay?
He said, if you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it, okay? Then everyone cheers. Well, if you hear it from the court papers, believe it. And let's go into this article. Sophie Turner, of course, from Game of Thrones, is asking for her kids to be returned to England in a lawsuit filed in a Manhattan court on Thursday and obtained by People. The Game of Thrones alum, 27, has requested that her two kids, Willa, 3, and a daughter identified in previous court docs as D, 14 months, be returned to England. But this is horrifying. I mean, you don't go to court if the kids are naturally being returned. Do you know what I mean? You only go unless she's really trying to eviscerate Joe Jonas, but he could probably prove, like, look, I've offered to return them. She hasn't even asked for them, that type of deal. The complaint against estranged husband Joe Jonas calls for the immediate return of children wrongfully removed or wrongfully retained, with Turner's legal team asserting the wrongful retention began on September 20th. Turner claims that she and the musician, Joe Jonas, 34, agreed to declare England their forever home in conversations that took place over Christmas 2022 as they prepped for the year ahead. The couple sold the Miami home they previously resided in and were in the process of buying a home in the English countryside in April, the documents allege, at which point Turner began filming on the Joan miniseries she has worked on this summer. Once Joe Jonas began touring with the Jonas Brothers, the documents claim the two agreed to let the girls join him because he had more daytime hours to be available to them than Turner did amid filming, noting she had hesitation about the temporary arrangement. Turner alleges that the breakdown of their marriage happened very suddenly after an argument on August 15th, with Jonas filing for divorce on September 5th and the Dark Phoenix actress learning about their split from the media days later. The issue of custody came to a head when the two met up to discuss the next steps after their split 2 weeks later. Turner's petition claims at which point she reiterated the plan to move to England and was met with a change of heart by Joe Jonas. So I guess the question is, was the plan in writing? Like, how do you prove whatever your plans are? According to the documents, the father has possession of the children's passports. He refuses to return the passports to the mother and refuses to send the children home to England with the mother. Oh boy, are we going to get an Amber Alert? You know, an Amber Alert looking for one of the Jonas Brothers to return the children to their mother. I mean, look, this is, people will leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are, but my thought is when there's a conflict like this, initially the kids go back to the mom and then it's sorted out. He can't be holding on to the kids and their passport. And also, she wants him to return the kids to England, but it was just reported that Sophie Turner and Taylor Swift were stepping out in New York City. This article, I believe, was just from yesterday. So either way, I mean, but I guess if Sophie Turner is in New York City and she doesn't have access to the passports, what good is it to be in the United States if she can't bring the kids back with her? Statement from the two of us. After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. So that's what they shared on Instagram. Obviously, this is not the case now. So they said there are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children. Again, clearly the tides have shifted and the mood has changed now that there is a legal matter happening. Sophie Turner suing Joe Jonas. Again, let's not be quick to judge here. If we were to, we've already taken the side of Sophie Turner, so I guess how would we take the side of Joe Jonas here? Well, can he prove that the kids are better off with him than with her? Probably not. I mean, yes, she is filming a project right now, which means she doesn't have as much daytime hours available. But also, are the kids better being on tour with the Jonas Brothers? We saw paparazzi photos of one of Joe Jonas's lady friends, just a friend, I believe, helping nanny the kids. I don't know if that's exactly better than them not being in England. Either way, it'll be fascinating to see what happens in this celebrity divorce child custody issue. We'll be covering it here. I'll have any updates as they come in with this and other pop culture and entertainment news on the afternoon podcast, Bachelor Rush Hour. So check that out for any updates as they come in. And we'll be back with more content right after this.